They all believed it. They believed this fantastic journey would one day happen, that this travel was possible, and there were many signs. But was everything the scientists said accurate? Did they find something we shouldn't know about? What is the Vatican's connection? What are they hiding there? Was there really a device for time travel, and is it still secretly in existence? The Chronovisor, the legend of the time machine. My friends, today's episode will take us back to one of the most controversial topics of all time, a subject that has occupied significant research and studies without any resolution or definitive answer to this day. We will explore the subject from a completely different angle. There is a mysterious machine and a controversial image of one of the most historically significant events that changed the course of history in every sense of the word. A veteran priest, a major spiritual authority, and well-known scientists in the field of science and discovery entered the discussion. There are supporting views and opposing ones, with ongoing debate to this day. In every forum where time travel is discussed, thoughts immediately turn to the Chronovisor, this mysterious time machine. Is it really in the Vatican? Before we begin, my friends, this channel and these episodes need your support, so don't forget to like this video if you enjoy what I provide and want me to continue. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. Now, let's start. So my friends, the subject, or rather the term of time travel, is one of the most intriguing and controversial topics. The possibility of going back to the past and traveling to the future raises many questions and possibilities that, to this day, have not been definitively proven or disproven. However, the mystery grows, and attention is significantly focused on it when someone, not just anyone, but a reputable person with a good reputation, claims to have witnessed a major historical event in ancient times with the help of a time travel machine. This is exactly what happened when a widely circulated newspaper published a claim that the crucifixion of Christ, the actual event, had been captured and documented in an image. Yes, you heard correctly, but how? The answer, of course, is through time travel, and with the help of a machine known as the Chronovisor. So what's the story behind this strange claim, and what's the Vatican's connection to it? Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear will definitely shock you. The story begins on May 2nd, 1972, when an Italian newspaper named La Domenica published a controversial article titled, "Finally, a device to capture the past has been invented." The title alone was enough to spark curiosity about the article's content. The article discussed the invention of a time travel machine, with the main character being the well-known priest, Marcello, born in 1925. He dedicated his life to Christianity from a young age, and over time he built a following and attracted supporters who saw him as a source of inspiration. The man was proficient in the sciences of physics and astronomy, as much as he was in theology and the Bible. He was also a notable musician, excelling in religious chants. Moreover, he was one of the most active practitioners of exorcisms in Rome, publishing a book on the topic titled Delays and Delays, in which he shared glimpses of his exorcism experiences over the years. However, none of these achievements were the reason for his fame. It was something else entirely. A statement he made before his followers and another priest, who would play a role in this story, reached the media. In his statement, he claimed that time travel was possible, and it had actually happened. He, along with a team of 12 scientists, managed to invent a device in 1950 that they named the Chronovisor, which had the ability to move between time periods. This wasn't all. It could also capture images of major historical events. The article reported that he spoke of this strange journey. The twist here is that this device isn't like any conventional time travel device depicted in movies and science fiction novels. It doesn't transport a person to the desired time. Instead, it's more like a television screen that displays past events. We're talking about events from before the birth of Christ in the early centuries AD, depicted like a cinematic experience, yes, just as you heard. According to the newspaper article quoting the priest, the events were displayed sequentially in front of him and his team, and they could control the time period they wanted to witness with their own eyes. Perhaps the most prominent event he claimed to have witnessed and provided a photograph for which the newspaper published along with the article, was the crucifixion of Christ. The image was so clear that it sparked significant debate among scientists. Remember this well, as we will return to it later in the episode. Other events mentioned in this controversial book include speeches and the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, as well as the last days of Christ, from the Last Supper to his betrayal, arrest, and crucifixion according to Christian belief. The famous photograph was also included in the book. The machine was reportedly created at the Vatican's request, with its assembly, testing, and development taking place within the Vatican's walls under the Pope's supervision. The purpose was to closely observe major events mentioned in the Bible and other sacred texts. Strange, isn't it? The priest mentioned that he had sworn secrecy on this matter, but the intense discussions he had with priest Francois and others led him to reveal this secret, which then spread. With the sudden appearance and disappearance of this device and the significant debate it sparked, the most important question remains: did the Chronovisor truly exist, and was it created, and are the images and evidence provided for it valid? The Chronovisor's emergence has reignited the debate on time travel, which has existed since the 19th century, when the subject first appeared in the famous novel The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, published in 1895. The subject then expanded and spread widely, with supporters and opponents of the idea emerging more clearly. One of the pioneers of time travel theory was the famous physicist Albert Einstein, who built his concept of time travel on his two well-known theories of relativity, general and special relativity. Einstein initially believed that time travel was impossible, famously saying, "If time travel were possible, where are the armies of tourists from the future?" However, as research progressed, his views evolved, suggesting that traveling to the future might be possible, but not to the past. The renowned physicist changed his mind over the years about the hypothesis of time travel. At first, he saw it as impossible, famously questioning, if time travel is possible, then where are the armies of tourists from the future? This statement became a reference for scientists rejecting the idea. However, as research advanced, his view evolved. In explaining the possibility of time travel, he stated that if we want to travel to the future, we only need to move at an extremely high speed, which might be achievable only in space. As for traveling to the past, Hawking, like his colleague Kip Thorne, concluded that nature imposes significant obstacles, making returning to the past impossible. Meanwhile, many scientists reject the concept of time travel as depicted in movies, series, and novels, arguing that no machine has been built for such a purpose. Some suggest that the idea of a time bridge within black holes, often portrayed as the key to time travel, is unrealistic. A physicist even stated that this bridge would inevitably collapse within the black hole, which itself is a subject of scientific debate. He believes time travel is possible, but not in the conventional sense. In his view, time travel exclusively pertains to the relationship between mind, matter, and the physical location of the body. Time travel is, therefore, the ability to escape or journey through imagination alone, using only the mind to depart from one's surroundings. There are numerous facts, opinions, and pieces of information to consider. As a reminder, in the episode on time travel, we'll revisit opinions, particularly religious ones. In Judaism and Christianity, the concept lacks a basis in religious doctrine. However, if it is true that the Vatican ordered the construction of the Chronovisor, then there might indeed be a Christian endorsement of this idea. In Islam, the matter is more contentious, especially among Muslim scholars. Some consider it shirk, polytheism, to discuss time travel, particularly the concept of traveling to the future, as it implies knowledge of what only Allah alone knows. A number of Muslim scholars view it as inappropriate to issue rulings on this matter, as scientifically it remains speculative and unproven. In contrast, in 2021, Egypt's Dar al-Ifta issued a fatwa stating that time travel is neither blasphemous nor sinful, and the fatwa noted that Islam encourages scientific inquiry and reflection on God's signs, advising that time travel research should not be seen as contradictory to the Quran and Sunnah. Thus, the topic is not definitively resolved from a religious standpoint, and it seems any religious conclusion would require scientific proof. If resolved scientifically, perhaps one day we might discover the truth regarding the Chronovisor, whether it is truly the Vatican's greatest secret. Before concluding the episode, a wise thought crossed my mind while writing this. If, dear friends, you were given the chance to visit the past, seek out those who believed that dreams alone were not enough and understood that dreams are empty and miserable if devoid of real goals. They knew that achieving clear goals required not only self-preparation, but also persistence and commitment every day, even when others around them became weary or gave up. You'll find that these were the true heroes of history, the figures that time has immortalized. You'll realize that while self-preparation and setting clear goals are essential to start the journey toward achievement, reaching the end of that path depends on your continuous effort and dedication, even under the harshest circumstances, signs that indicate you're nearing your goal. So friends, this is what we had on the mysterious time-traveling machine, the Chronovisor. Did it differ from what we imagined time travel devices to be? Was it truly built? Did the priest and his companions witness historical events as claimed? And did the widely circulated image of the crucifixion of Christ serve as tangible proof of that famous event? Or was it simply the product of a mind eager to substantiate its thoughts? What is the Vatican's connection to all of this? Was the Chronovisor truly ordered by the Vatican? And was it really destroyed to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands? Or is it silently kept within the Vatican's walls, along with its other mysteries? Will science one day conclusively resolve the issue of time travel, allowing us to witness it firsthand? And will a scientific resolution lead to a religious one? What about you, friends? If given the chance to time travel or even use the Chronovisor, would you dare? And more importantly, would you choose to travel to the past? Do you think you might uncover shocking historical truths that could shatter the great deceptions orchestrated by historians over time? Or, who knows? Perhaps it will put your doubts to rest. No one knows. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, as it truly supports us.